Night civs are the absolute best civilizations in team games. There is no question about that. But what happens when you combine knights with speedy, annoying, and smelly camels that heal them every time they get hit by other knights or arrows? This is how you get one of the most annoying and overpowered combos you are ever going to see. Let's get into it. This combo is amazing for various reasons. First, Ayyubid is a berry civilization. This means you can give some of your sheep to your knight ally and take his berries in exchange. This will help the cavalry player maintain a stable knight production for longer, while Ayyubid will get a safe berry patch within the ally player's base. Second, the dervish plus knight combo is absolutely disgusting. You can dive towers, woodlines, and TCs even, and then just heal the knights back easily. If there's an enemy cavalry player, all you need to do is maintain a dervish with your allies' knights, and if both armies clash, the enemy knights will be debuffed by the dervish smelly aura, and any damage done to your ally will be healed back. This combo is most optimal with a French, JD or Rus ally, because of the early knights. But in reality, you can do it with any civilization that has strong cavalry, like the Mongols, Ottomans, Knights Templar, and Delhi. Finally, the Ayyubid player can produce both camel raiders or archers from archery ranges. So if your opponent is heavy on knights or horsemen, you can go for camel raiders, and if they are heavily producing spearmen or archers, then you go for archers of your own. Now let's go over both a French and Ayyubid build you can do for this combo. Take into account there are many variations you can do. The ones I will show you here are just the ones I consider to be the easiest for anyone to pick up and master. With French, you start by going on food until you have 7 villagers. Then rally to gold until you have 3. Also, build a house with your first gold miner. Now rally back to food until you have around 10 villagers. By this point, you should have enough resources to age up with 4 food villagers. Right after you start aging up, send 1 more villager to gold for a total of 4 and continue rallying to sheep until you have 11 food villagers. Whenever you get a chance, use one of your gold miners to build a house. After you've aged up, send the 4 landmark builders to wood. Once you reach 11 food villagers, send your next villager to build a mill in either the berries or a nearby deer pack. This will depend on whether you are being attacked at this point in the game. After this, rally back to gold until you have 10 gold miners. After you reach 10 in gold, rally back to food. At this point, your distribution should let you constantly produce knights non-stop. Use the wood to build houses, towers, additional stables, and a blacksmith. Your knights should be immediately sent to harass the enemy weak spots, like the gold mines or outer food sources. If you would like to see a more detailed version of this build and what to do as a French player, you could watch this video I made previously on how to play the French plus English combo in 2v2s. Now for the Ayyubid build, this will be really similar to my Camel Rush build, so you can check that one out if you are interested. But this time we will make a few variations early. First, send every villager to berries and rally your first 2 villagers to gold. One of the gold villagers should also build a house. The next 2 villagers will go to sheep, and make sure you build a house of wisdom with one of these villagers. After this, send 1 more villager to gold, and finally rally back to sheep. At around 215, you should have enough resources to age up to feudal with the dervish wing. As soon as you click the age up, redistribute your micro like this. Send 2 more villagers to gold for a total of 5. Leave only 5 villagers on berries, and every other villager should go to the straggler trees. Your TC rally point should stay on straggler trees until you have 8. After that, set your rally point to sheep and keep it there until you are able to age up to castle. Remember to build houses with one of your wood villagers whenever you need them, and when you have enough resources, research wheelbarrow. As soon as you age up, use all 5 of your gold villagers to build an archery range and send your dervishes along with your allies' knights to start healing them in case they get damaged. After your archery range is done, you have 2 options. You can start producing archers to accompany the French knights if they are an infantry heavy team, or you can produce desert raiders if you are facing a cavalry heavy composition. From now on, you will need to redistribute your economy depending on which unit you decide to produce. If you are making archers, send more villagers to wood. If you are making desert raiders, send them to food. And also remember to build houses, additional archery ranges, and a blacksmith with the extra wood you've been getting, so you can get the upgrades and your golden age tier 1 for an extra 10% gathering speed. So how do you counter this? This combo actually has a couple of weak spots. The first one is spearman rushing. French is extremely weak to spearman rushes, because if you deny the gold early, they cannot produce knights. And even if they aged up, they cannot use the school of cavalry because your spearman will already counter any cavalry. So they either have to ask for help from their ally, go to another exposed gold mine, or produce archers to kill your spearman, which is already a big delay for their knights. Now, the Ayyubid player could help them, but they are also not a very good Dark Age civilization, so they can also get spearmen rushed easily, and would need to be in the feudal age to be of any help at all. The second thing you need to do is to produce a lot of archers. Archers are the counter to dervishes in the feudal age, and when you get enough of them, you will be able to snipe them from a distance. Dervishes are extremely good in the first 5 minutes of the feudal age, but as armies get bigger, their value starts to fall off and they become increasingly difficult to maintain alive. Another disadvantage is that this combo also requires a ton of APM to use, from both the Ayyubid and French players. So take advantage of that and raid them to take attention off of their army whenever possible. You will find that most low APM players will end up losing their dervishes more often than not. Okay, so now we are going to analyze 3 games. We will start with the simplest combo, which is French and Ayyubid. As you can see, here I'm playing with a friend who is around platinum level, and we are going up against an OOTD player and an English player. So this is quite interesting because they actually do not have any cavalry civs on the feudal age. They are just 2 infantry civs, which will make it really interesting because if they both go for spearmen, then my knights are going to be supposed to not do as much damage as they should be. But because we will have dervishes, we can even tank the damage of those spearmen and heal them back really easily after the fact. So my friend is going for the build that I mentioned, that this is on the channel, and I am also going for a very straightforward build without wheelbarrow. So I just want to get knights out as fast as possible. This is the one of the fastest night timings you can get with French, because I want to start harassing as soon as possible. So here my enemy is going for berries really quickly, which is really good for him because he wants to get these out of the way first. Because once my knight comes, he will be denied of this food. So he immediately goes for the barracks, as you can see, and his English ally is going for farms and council hall. And I do think the English did give the OOTD player his sheep. So right now I already started doing some damage with my knight, and my teammate is coming with the dervishes as well. So here I'm just looking for damage. He went with the My Work Palace also, by the way. And now here I am not shy of diving TCs and diving towers, because I know I can heal the damage back. So every time you see units or you see dive opportunities, then just go for it. Go for it because you will be able to heal all of the damage back. Normally I wouldn't do this, but now because we have an Ayyubid player that can heal me like this, I can dive all I want, everything I want. And he's also going for archers because it's 2 infantry civilization. So because they're not going to have any cavalry, they're most probably going to go for spearmen or archers, so desert raiders are not going to be as good. So now I lose the knight because I am really slow and not the best player. But this is something, when you are doing this combo, try to never lose knights like that, because the point of the dervishes is that you can heal them. So use that to your advantage. Right now I am just waiting. These are way too many spearmen. These are gilded spearmen for my knights to go into. So I am just waiting for my teammates archers to get here. I lose another knight, which is really bad. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You have to keep clicking on the knights and going back, sending them back, and never lose one. Like this one, for example. I can just send him. Okay, never mind, I send him to attack as well. But yeah, you have to be much better than me with this micro. you don't want to lose that many knights. I already lost like 5 knights just by trying to kill a spearman like that. So imagine if I had 3 more knights on this engagement, this would be cake. So now I am microing them like I should be, like this. So just click on the lower health one and then just pull it back to the dervishes, and then the knight can just go heal up. So this is the correct way to do it, not what I was demonstrating before. So yeah, right now the English player is stuck making units. So he is not able to go into 2TC or castle or anything, because otherwise he will die. And I just keep making trying to do as much damage as I can and to trade. So here I just tried to trade damage as much as possible, because I know I can heal them back. See, now I'm microing correctly. This is what you want to do. So just micro the weak knights back, and the dervishes can heal them back. So that is what you want to do. So now my gilded enemy is really desperate for food. As you can see, he's going on these outer resources, which are very exposed, and he's also massing archers along with his spearmen, as did the English player. And now I am just healing my knights, and this is what you have to be really careful about. When the enemy team starts getting that many archers, you have to be really careful with the dervishes. As you can see there, he lost 1 dervish because he's going up against a lot of gilded archers and a lot of longbows. He actually loses both dervishes, so that is really bad, because that means he essentially doesn't have a feudal age landmark right now. At least he already healed my knights and his archers a lot, so there was some value there. But when this is why I said on the build that you need to be really careful after a certain time in the game, like around 10-11 minutes, because when you're fighting these many archers, trying to keep the dervishes alive is really difficult. So because I have more knights than I should have, because he was healing them all the time, I am able to do these kinds of dives. I actually missed my iron undermesh upgrade, so I got 2 or 3 kills there, but I lost way too many knights doing so. That was actually I think a really bad dive, because I lost 2 knights for that. But now I'm trying to do to micro on both sides. So here, because the OOTD player is occupied on the front, I am able to do a dive on the back of his base. And as French, this is what you want to do. You have to go around both bases looking for damage. No, don't just stay on one place. You have to at least have 2 control groups for your knights, and keep raiding like this. Yeah, like just do damage and then go away, and then do damage somewhere else. Here I got another villager. And because Ayyubid can make rams without having to research what's it called, the siege ram technology, we can start doing damage to his production, and he's out of almost out of spearmen, and we can just dive here. I am telling my teammate on Discord, like, just dive. There's only 1 army here, so we can do it. And he has a lot of archers. When you have this massive archers, and especially against OOTD, you can dive town centers like this. I said especially against OOTD because they have less villagers. So here he just loses way too much eco on that dive. So he just decides to call it. And now it's just time for the English player to call it too. So yeah, that gives us the game. So as you can see, we didn't have the best APM and micro to keep our knights and our dervishes alive, but it is still a really good combo you can do. Now this time I picked JD instead of French, just to show you that it is not only a French build. You can also do this with other civilizations like JD and Rus. And even just strong cavalry sieves. Like you could probably try this with Ottomans. just build a bunch of the Ottoman horsemen. You can also do this with Delhi. You can also do this with KT. So just any civilization that has strong cavalry. And here into the game we're going against a Rus and a Japanese player. So Rus is a knight civ, so they're probably going to go for knights. And Japanese has two options. They can either stay in feudal and make infantry, or they can go fast castle. So what we like to do here is we would like to see where the Japanese gold is, and depending on what we see that he's doing on his gold, that will tell us whether he's going to stay in feudal and make units, or whether he's planning to go into fast castle. But I actually got 1821 sheep, which is amazing for knight civs. This is a really good map for knight civs, and then my teammate also gives me 5 more. So this is really nice for me. And this is why I told you that if you're playing a barrier civilization like Ayyubids, you need to give sheep to your ally, because this will make sure that I will be constantly producing royal knights all day, and I don't have to move to these outer resources, especially on this map where all the food is in the middle. Look at how far the food is from my base. So if I don't have to move from my base, that is just really good news for me. Here, I think we already saw this, or I'm about to see it, that he has 6 villagers on gold. This means that he is planning to go for a fast castle strategy. So I immediately sent my knight there. He didn't have any defense prepared, and I just dive all the way to get that kill, because I know that my knight will get healed really soon by the dervishes. So here, as you can see, I'm just healing my knight back pretty easy, and then I can just keep looking for damage. Here I went for ranged JD. I think this was a mistake. I should have gone for the melee one, so I can deal easier with spearman. But yeah, you can still use the ranged one. But the problem with the ranged one is that when Rus gets knights out, it's going to be really easy for him to pick her up. So right now I just kept bad diving. I want to do as much damage as I can. I'll lose my scout, but that's no big deal. The important thing is that I got another villager there. And here I just try to run my knights towards the dervishes, and then my teammate can deal with the spearman. I also dive here for another villager kill, so I'm just on 2 sides trying to look for kills. And in this time, I try to also deal as much damage as I can to the enemy units, because I know that I will get my damage done back. Here I'm just telling my teammate, come heal me, and he comes, and then we can heal all of the damage back just like that. So this is really oppressive. I haven't lost a single knight, even though I already got like 5 kills. And then I just go for a tower rush, so I can deny this gold. So he doesn't have an opportunity to go to castle. And then I can send my knights elsewhere. There I got another kill. My knight is down on HP, so then my teammate can heal it back. But actually, here I want to talk about something. There is something in the previous game. Ayyubid player went for a lot of units in the early game, because we wanted to end the game fast. We didn't want the OOTD player and the English player to scale, so we just wanted to end in feudal. Here he goes for a fast castle, which is also really good, because once he gets to castles, he can get stronger units. He can get all the relics because he has 2 dervishes. He's actually already prepping them for castle, and once he gets there, we already did a lot of pressure, and we can keep trading like this. There's nothing they can do about it, because they are really behind. Rus is not as fast as JD and French on the knight department, but yeah, right now I just make the tower so I can deny his gold. and I should right now be going somewhere else because this is already denied. I'm not doing absolutely anything here, and neither is my ally. And actually the Rus takes that opportunity to go raid on our side of the map, and he actually does get quite a few kills on his side. He gets a few villagers here, and he actually catches some of mine as well, as you can see. So right now I'm re-rallying my knights back to my base so I can defend this. And Ayyubid is just going to chase. I lose a bunch of villagers here, so this is a really good hit from the Rus player. And now they're dealing with the tower as well. So yeah, now the knights are on our base. I take that opportunity to go into his base and raid as well. He had a bunch of spearmen. That knight actually got stuck on the spearmen. So he's got a lot of spearmen now, which is really troublesome for my knights. And I actually lose JD because of my micro was not the best. And the Rus also got a few kills here. So that was a really good raid from him. Right now both our armies collapse, mine and my allies. And at this point, he actually, wow, he caught me when I was going for gold. So when I saw this, I was going outside because I needed food. So I knew that the Rus player should also be out of food, and therefore he should be on some of these outer food sources. And indeed he was right here. I take him by surprise, and I get a lot of kills. So now he's in big trouble. These are the few units he's going to be able to produce, and now my knights are getting damage back done. So here I tell my teammates stop making desert raiders because they got a lot of spearmen. So just transitioning to archers, and now he's doing just that. A lot of veteran archers. In the meantime, I'm just buying time with my knights until he gets his transition back, because knights and desert raiders are not good against what they got, spearmen and archers. So yeah, and the Rus is also making spearmen, as you can see. But now the army of my ally is getting really scary. He's the only one on Castle Age. He already got a lot of relics, as you can see. And I bought him enough time. And now we see that one of them, the Japanese player, got to Castle. So now we want to do something before he gets his upgrades. And he's on 2TC as well. So he's going to be scaling really soon. So I am just waiting for my teammate to make just one ram to get rid of this thing, and all of these archers and desert raiders will be able to deal with the unupgraded units of the Japanese player. And now when both our armies collapse, they are going to be in trouble. So as you can see, they're just getting kited to death. I try to avoid the spearmen and then just go for the weak units, which are the archers. Here, the spearmen are already whittled down, so I could have A-moved there, but I was busy aging up actually, so I didn't actually see that opportunity. And now JD is leveled up, and this is just a matter of time for them to get overrun by our units. But anyhow, I make a market so I can sell wood and get the gold I need. And now my knights are upgraded. So at this time, we have already done a lot of chip damage, and my allies army is getting much bigger on the archer department. So here we just keep looking for pigs. I should be raiding, by the way. Look at all of these villagers that are here. Exposed, and I don't have, like I mentioned before, when you're playing with knights, you should have at least 2 control groups, one for raiding, one for the main army. So if I had like, let's say 2-3 knights just going around these food sources, this would already be over a long time ago. But here we catch the Rus army alone. The Japanese army was actually really far. Well, my ally had actually a lot of units in their idol, but yeah, Ayyubid's army is already way too big, so we can just deal with all the spearmen really easily, and continue to just get the kill. So here I just say dive, go for a dive, because we have a lot of units and all of their army is pretty much gone at this point. If we had another dervish here, by the way, look at all the damage that we could be healing back for these knights. And actually we do. So he actually, this is something really important too. You can keep producing dervishes once you are in the castle age, because they will heal all of these units back to full really quickly. He only has one here, but imagine he had 2 or 3. And now all my knights are full health. They also have the upgrade that makes them heal faster, so that is double healing. And JD can also heal them back with one of their abilities. So now we have a lot of healthy knights to get into their base. And that is pretty much GG. He doesn't have any units right now, the Japanese player, and I can just split my knights. Some to go for the army and the other ones to go for the villagers, and that should be pretty much GG. I also have a lot of knights here going for the Rus base, so yeah, that is GG after that. Now for the last game I wanted to try some Rus, just to show you that this also works with other civilizations. You don't have to pick French or JD. Rus also has knights, but Rus is a really slow civilization in comparison to French and JD on the feudal age. So here I'm just going for a build without pro scouts, so I can just pump out as many knights as I can. Here I actually got my scout in front of my enemy scout, and the second one just goes for the back. So in this build I only go for 2 scouts, because I will need a lot of food later to produce knights. And then what I will do is I will put some on food. I will not have any on gold, because I will use the golden gate to sell wood, which is gathered faster by Rus, so that I can get my upgrades on my knights. And here we are against a JD opponent and a Lancaster opponent, which is a really good combo. Because Lancaster has really nice geomen, archers in the feudal age, and JD has royal knights, of course, and they also have JD. You will see that even though royal knights are better than Rus knights, we will still be able to beat them because we have dervishes and they do not. So here I try to rush my stable, sell some wood so I can get gold to get knights, and there we can get knights by the 420 mark, which is almost the same as the French. He's actually going for professional scouts, which I think is because they didn't see, like, you don't expect Rus to make knights this fast, right? So he probably thought he could get away with professional scouts. Which he will get some deer, but he will pay the price for it, because he is going to get attacked by a knight pretty soon. So here we're just looking at what they're doing. I managed to destroy the mining camp, so I know my Lancaster opponent is only going for 3 manors, because he mined 300 stone. And now my knight, now we determined that this is the best spot to raid. And I start using my knight to get some kills. And here I don't care if I dive a little, because I will soon have dervishes to heal me back. And what they decide to do is that he's just going to send his knights back, the JD player, to defend. So right now I try to fight as much as I can. As you can see, I don't care if I'm getting hit. Normally you would want your knights to preserve as much health as possible, because but now we have dervishes healing, so we can start to deal damage onto their knights, and it doesn't matter to us, because we can just heal them back and they cannot heal back. So this is really nice for us. Just keep getting more knights. As you can see, JD went for professional scouts, and even though he did that, he still has a pretty good knight count in comparison to me. This is because Rus is just slower in every sense. I have to build a lot of stables, and he already has faster stables with School of Cavalry. So here we know they went up onto this gold, so we're trying to rotate onto that side. My friend almost gets his dervishes killed, and I try to trade as much as possible just because I will get my HP back pretty soon. So now we want to deny this gold as well. We keep doing that. I try to attack on both sides, but he's defending himself pretty well. I get a few kills, but the important thing is that we are denying a little bit of gold. So he's not able to produce knights as fast as he would like to, as you can see. And he's also, well, he managed to get some deer back. But yeah, we're trying to do our best to just deny it. So yeah, pretty good knight count thanks to the dervishes. I think Ayyubid here could probably go for Desert Raiders for a bit before the Lancaster gets a lot of human. But yeah, I think Archer is still a really good option. So yeah, at this time I just want to keep raiding. I just want to keep dealing as much damage as possible. I get 2 more knights and a lot of damage done to his, so his knights are really low on health, and mine are just back to full, which is really amazing. That is the strong point of this composition. And now I am macroing towards Castle Age, and we actually catch a lot of his horses to bring deer back. And the cool thing about the Golden Gate is that with this macro, what I can do is just sell wood, and then I'll be able to get into castle pretty quickly. So yeah, right now they are really stuck on this age, and we decide to go back because I am aging up. Ayyubid is also about to age up, and because we are doing that, we don't have more units than them. So also when you go against JD, you want to avoid fighting as much as possible, because that will just feed XP to the JD. Here I got caught by a lot of spearmen. That was a really bad mistake from me. I lost a lot of knights, but we are able to do some damage still. So yeah, now I'm aging up with the high trade house. I am taking these outer food sources. And I'm also mining gold as Rus. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but because I'm making a lot of knights, I need this gold. So now we are up to, we're about to be up to the Castle Age, and we have a timing here because I am able to get there first than everyone, and now I'll just upgrade my knights and get Boyar's Fortitude as fast as possible, and also start getting relics. So this is a really nice timing, but the Lancaster player also takes that advantage, that opportunity to get the white tower in the middle of the map, which is going to be really good for him. I also had a knight here just patrolling around to see whenever he gets to these outer gold sources. So yeah, and now I actually lost my timing because I already had the upgrades and I didn't do anything with my knights. And look at all the horsemen he has. He had to go into horsemen because he was denied of gold for a really long while. But at this time, because they have this white tower here, there is pretty much nothing we can do except raid. This is the product of just stress going on in the match. Here I get a catch on JD. And now she ages up as well, so everyone is on Castle Age 3, on Age 3, sorry. And now I use my knights to just lure all of their army away from the middle, and I tell my teammate to just go into some siege so we can start banging up the white tower while all of their army is chasing me. But actually, in retrospect, I lost a lot of knights here doing that. I didn't see these two villagers here, by the way. So yeah, their army is really scary at this point. Really scary. So we have to be really careful, and they are going for these outer food sources. So because the map is already really open, I start walling all of the map like this. This is something you always need to do against cavalry civilizations, by the way. You always have to wall, because one good raid can determine the outcome of the game. Here we go for this attack, but the archers of Ayyubid are not kiting as well as they could be, but they're trying to target the spearman while I go for the front line. So here we get some trebuchets to start attacking the white tower, and they are also going into crossbows, which is really bad news for me because I only have knights at this point. And yeah, I tell Ayyubid, this is still the good thing about going archery ranges and feudal age, is because later in castle age you can go for crossbows as well, which are really good into knight civs. So I tell him to switch into crossbows, and that will help us deal with all of these knights and JD as well whenever she gets to level 3. Right now we're just trying to get rid of the white tower, so there's not much happening. At this point we want to go for all these resources, and we also need to start thinking about farms as well. But yeah, we're still not able to get the white tower, and this is actually an interesting fight because my knights are right now they're not as good as the French knights, but we're still able to make something happen here. I think they get the best end of that engagement in terms of knights because their knights are just better than Rus, but my Ayyubid teammate is ended up with more units than the Lancaster, so kind of an even trade. We're just starting to trade in the middle of the map against this white tower. And I just try to keep tabs on these knights because something like this can happen. So he just takes the opportunity of us going all the way over there to take all the siege out. But we almost got the white tower, so I just decided to go in and torch it down with the knights. So yeah, we finally got that white tower. Right now I am taking this opportunity to just drive the enemy away from the front because my Ayyubid teammate is really low on unit. So this is actually giving us a ton of time. A ton of time. So I just want to raid. All of their army is chasing my knights. And I am looking for their resources. So here I get a couple of good kills, but I mean two villagers at this stage of the game are pretty much nothing. And now I see that one of them, I think it was the JD player, gets to Imperial Age. So this is really bad news for us. They managed to put the white tower up again, but because they chased me all of the way to their base, they're really far away, and we were able to get a few kills here. And now I'm aging up with Paskaya tower because I think I needed to survive. So placing it here probably is best, or maybe I could have put it a little bit forward, but I didn't want to fight against all of those units. So just putting it in a safe place so we don't get dope. And now he's also going for a Berkshire Palace, but I saw it pretty instantly. I started playing some siege workshops. So at this point I have two armies. I have one here, and I have the Ayyubid army. So he gets an engagement on the Lancaster player, and I get a really nice raid off the back of that. Look at all the villagers that died. 5 farm clusters died from that raid. That is an incredibly good raid. I think it's because he was focused on not letting the Berkshire Palace die. But that is why he didn't react. Look at all of the villagers that he lost. So Lancaster player is really behind now, and I take that opportunity to also get the villagers that are repairing the Berkshire while I get it with a few guys over here, and now the big engagement. The JD player finally A moves towards our base, but he gets caught between my army here and the Ayyubid army here. So we get a really nice engagement. I thought that maybe we could have lost here because we lost the front line, but then my horse archer started doing work on the back. We have a really good opportunity here because the Lancaster player is really behind. So it is just the knights left against all of these crossbows and my horse archers, supported by a few knights as well. And also the reason why I started doing more horse archers at this point is because in Imperial Age you need a lot of gold for upgrades, university upgrades and the regular upgrades. So switching for horse archers is a really good move because they only cost food and wood. So really good. And now he's just trying to, I think French is desperate for gold, so he just tries to burn the keep like that. But I mean, Lancaster is really behind. This is all Lancaster has. He lost a lot of villagers. These are JD units. So Lancaster feels like he's really behind in this game. And we do have a lot of units coming all the way. And now Ayyubid gets into Imperial Age. So that is bad news for them. And at this point, Lancaster just decides to tap out because yeah, he didn't have a lot of income. As you can see, income per minute, the Lancaster was really bad. He only had units, so now it's just the JD player left, which we can kill pretty easily because of the crossbows. Well, actually, he had a lot of killing the JD in level 4 is really cumbersome. But yeah, he just decides to tap out because he probably feels he cannot 1v2. And yeah, that is the game.
And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also catch me live over on Twitch or here on YouTube live streams. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a great day. See you in the next one.